Good day, folks. This is Judy at Green Pastures Farm. Today we're down in this bottom. I wanted to give you the history of it. We're going to be grazing here in a little bit. Cows will be here in, let's see, 1, 2, about 3 more days. And we're actually circling around through the Judy farm, and we're down here in this bottom, me and Smokey. How you doing, Smoke? Yeah, it's a hot day, but you decided to come down here and spend a little time with Greg. Pretty neat dog. Anyway, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about this bottom. This is a piece of ground that has been in the Judy family since the 50s. And my Uncle Scott bought it, and then he passed away in the 60s. And my dad inherited this part, and he started farming it. And he was a row crop guy. He liked to see the dirt turn over, and he'd plow this bottom. There's about, let's see, there's 8 acres in this bottom. There's, I think, 12 on the other side of that tree line up there. We have an eastern gammon grass field on the other side of that field, but this is just all Kentucky 31 fescue. There's clover in here, and then there's, of course, there's a honey locust sprout, which is in absolutely get hammered when the mob, they'll denude that dude. And then there's some other weeds and stuff in here. But folks, when we got this, or when I bought this farm from my dad, it was all in soybeans, and he soybeans it every year. And just between these two bottoms, he could almost pay the taxes on the farm. And folks, the taxes weren't very high. Okay, if you figured in his money for seed and his fuel, turning the land over with the tractor and breakdowns, and I remember it as a kid, it was just a real deal, because Dad never had the best equipment, but it didn't matter. He never made any money. Didn't make enough to even pay the taxes on the farm. And so when I came along, I stepped in my dad's footsteps. Well, you got to plow the ground, and so that's what I did. I plowed this bottom, put it in corn. And I'll never forget it, that fall, there wasn't any corn down here. The corn that was in here was little bitty nubbins about the size of my middle finger, okay? And the coons and the deer got all those. So I went through the trouble of plowing, disking, cultipacking, seeding. Then I came back and, cultivated between the rows. That was back in the days before everybody sprayed everything. And I didn't get nothing. Well, I guess you could call it a food plot. I fed the coons and the deer, but I didn't get nothing. There wasn't an ear left for me. I did all that work. I'm like, how am I going to pay for this farm? By plowing it. You just can't do it. Just can't do it. There's no money in row cropping today with the cost of inputs. Without government subsidies, I don't know how you do it. Anyway, so we put this in grass, and that was in 1989. That's when I put this all in grass. And when I say I put it in grass, I just stopped plowing, okay? I didn't seed anything down here. This just all came back. This is what was in the seed bank. And then we started, of course, unrolling purchased hay down here. And today it's just a beautiful salad bar. And people say, but that's the bottomland. You ought to put cover crops in there. It is covered. It's covered in crops of perennial grass. Folks, this is my cover crop. Nothing wrong with that. You see bare soil in here? Why would I want to come in here and put cover crops in here? It just doesn't make any sense. Cattle are fat. They're doing well. The land's covered. It's not costing me anything each year. This comes up every year without me starting to have a tractor up. Okay? Nothing wrong with cover crops. If you're trying to convert cropland back to soil, back to grass, sorry about that, but it's expensive. These cover crops can get a little pricey. Now, there is some cost share through the NRCS where you can get cover crop seed pretty darn reasonable. So you might want to check that out if that's something you're interested in and if it fits your goals. But I'm not a cover crop guy. I don't have a drill. I detest sitting on the seat of a tractor. Not when I got I got 340 little 4-legged tractors across the road over there, and they all run on solar energy. They're called cows, herbivores. And so they've done the planting for me. They've planted this seed over the years by trampling on it. They're fertilizing it with each pass. They're harvesting about probably 25–30% of it. Okay. They're growing a baby calf, the one they had this spring, and they got another one inside them for next year. And it's all being powered by this, a perennial grass. Folks, this is the future. Perennial grass. Perennial grass. You don't have to do anything but manage it. It comes up every year. If you want to make money today on the land, the price that we are looking at now with some of these livestock prices, I mean, if you're a high input producer, you're going to be taken out. You're just going to be taken out because you're using too many inputs for what you get for the price of your livestock. And you're not going to survive. You have got to get the right size animals. You've got to adopt some kind of grazing rotation, hopefully where you're moving the animals frequently enough that they're not getting a double bite, coming back and taking the second bite on the same plant. And your pasture's going to look like this. I had a guy call me the other day, and he had, I don't know what it was, 80 or 90 acres, and had another piece across the road, and he's like, I'm not making any money. I'm like, well, what do you mean? Well, I'm just not making any money. And he was running cattle and sheep, and I said, well, how often do you move them? Well, he said, I don't. I'm like, well, you don't move your animals. No, I don't move them, but I'm not making any money. And I'm like, well, that might be a flag, a red flag right there. You're not going to make any money until you start moving your animals. Folks, you can run a lot more animals on the same amount of land if you just rotate. Give your land a rest, a recovery. If you put animals on a piece of ground, I've got a person I drive by going to town here, it's not too far from here, and it's on a long blacktop. I think he's got 8 cows in there. It's on 40 acres, 8 cows. Folks, it looks like a putting green. But those 8 cows were put in there this spring and they were never moved. And they've never been taken off of it all summer long. And I knew when I saw him go in there, I'm like, uh-oh. Didn't see any paddock divisions. He was not rotating. And these aren't big cows. These are probably 900-pound cows. They have stripped that field. It's too late. He's not going to grow any winter stockpile now because that whole 40 acres, you could putt out there with a golf ball and a putter. And you can see where you putted the ball to. It's that bad. And so 8 cows on 40 acres, you're like, there's no way. Yes, there is. By God, they will. They will absolutely ruin a piece of ground if you don't move them. So if you're not making any money, don't be complaining to everybody. Go look in the mirror and get out there and build some fence. And it can be portable. It doesn't have to be permanent. Put in some water, whether it's above ground water line or you set some portable tanks you fill or whatever, but get some water out there and start rotating these animals. They will pay you back double or triple or quadruple, depending on how good of animals you are and how good a manager you are. Smokey, you're over there in the shade. Come here, Smoke. Come here. Come here. Yeah, come on. That is one good-looking dog. Of course, I'm kind of partial, but that is a Kangal crossed with a Marima. And he's big enough you could put a saddle on him and ride him. I mean, he is a dude. God, he's a good-natured dog. He barks and he'll kind of put up his hackles when you come, but as soon as you get out of the car and I say stop, he's ready to start licking your hand. Good dog, old Smokey. But anyway, so we're going to be bringing the cows into this area, and we're really looking forward to this. They're going to be in here for half a day, and we're going to take them out of here because we're still growing winter stockpile. This is getting toward the end of September. So this is Greg Judy signing off, and hope to see some of y'all in Albany this week. Y'all take care.